G'day, my name is Laura Baer and I'm your local Aussie girl realtor and I work for Porchlight Real Estate Group. Today I thought we could talk about the beautiful town of Estes Park, one of my all-time favorite places to visit, so I feel very passionate about it for sure. Now, Estes Park is part of Laura County, has a population of almost 6,000 people and is home to the Rocky Mountain National Park and sits along the Big Thompson River. Again, my name is Laura. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and reach out with any questions. Estes Park is located about 7,500 feet above sea level, so it's quite high. If you're sensitive to altitude, bear that in mind. It is also home to so many different forms of wildlife like bears, mountain lions, bobcat, deer, elk, birds, so many different types of fish. So if you're into fishing, whether it's regular fishing or fly fishing, it's definitely a good place to go. Some activities to enjoy up there, definitely in the national park for sure, is the hiking, sightseeing. There's some great campgrounds in Estes. We enjoy Jellystone if you've ever been there. It's a fun campground. There's also the downtown area with great shops, restaurants, there's wineries, breweries, lots of things to see and do there for sure. One thing my kids really enjoy is Fun City. This is kind of on Marine Avenue. As you turn around, as you're heading towards the national park, you can't miss it. It has a big sort of colorful slide that goes down. They have putt-putt golf, bumper cars, a go-kart track, and there's also the mountain coaster, which is a good time. It's fairly short and sweet and definitely, more on the expensive side, but I definitely think you should do it at least one time if you ever get the opportunity. So let's talk about housing in Estes Park. The median home price is probably about $700,000, but really it can vary so much there. So you can get apartments, condos, townhomes, single family residences, and they can really vary so much in price. Even, for example, I have a condo and the price per square foot can really vary anywhere from sort of 300 a square foot up to 800 a square foot, which is just insane. So homes are really hard to gauge what they're going to cost there. It's just more, what are you looking for? You can definitely get those beautiful rustic cabins on some acreage, but you're going to pay a pretty penny for them for sure. Now, rental is also expensive because home prices are expensive. The rental market is up. And the thing about Estes is most people who actually work in Estes don't necessarily live there because they can't afford to. So they have to live outside of the town to afford the rents that are comfortable for them for what they're making up there, which is kind of sad. I hope it does kind of balance out at some point. It's definitely an older community, which I love visiting. So in our condominium complex, we are definitely the young family because we have the kids in there. But it's definitely a fun place and you should check it out if you ever get the opportunity. So let's talk about some fun things to do in Estes Park. And the first one that comes to mind is hiking. Now there's some great trails in the national park and some of these are Bear Lake, Emerald Lake and Fern Lake. And I would encourage you before you go in there to visit the visitor center just before you go into the national park, and they can give you a guide and they'll also tell you like, hey, this trail's fairly easy. It's a great one for the kids, or if you're looking for something a bit more energetic, try this trail. And there's some beautiful, beautiful places to visit. Some glaciers you can visit. It's just fun. Another fun thing to do, of course, is camping, and there are so many different campgrounds in Estes. You can do anything from tent camping to bringing your caravan or camper, and then there's also cabins. So it just depends what you're looking for. If you want more of a glamping, then maybe go with the cabin option. Another thing to do is fishing. So you can fish on Lake Estes and you can go to the marina and you can rent pontoon boats and fish off the back of those, and you just kind of putt about the lake, and yeah, they just have the kids fish off the back. We do it all the time. We bring the dog on the boat. It's so fun. There's also kayaks down there that you can rent, and they're also a good time. There's also the Big Thompson River and Fall River Road that I know for sure my husband loves to fly fish along, and it's definitely a lot of fun. You can also bring a tube, throw the kids in the tube, and they can kind of just meander down the river on it. It is chilly on your toes though, so bear that in mind. So of course there's mountain biking. You can't miss that if you're into that in Estes or the Rocky Mountain National Park. There are so many great trails for it. I see people all the time biking through there, and I mean, it must be challenging for sure at that altitude, but everyone seems to love it and are so passionate about it. So if that's your jam, definitely Estes Park has some great trails for you. There's also some good horseback riding opportunities up there. I know through the YMCA summer camp, they offer that for the kids, which both my boys have done and absolutely love it. So if you want to give that a go, you can do that through the national park, and it's absolutely stunning. And of course, if you're not into horseback riding or mountain biking, you can just drive around and take in the scenic views in your car, for sure. Plenty of places to pull off the road, take some photos, do a little small little hike, and then go back to your car. Another place worth checking out is the Estes Park Museum, and this just gives you a bit of history about Estes Park and how it came to be. And then, of course, you can't miss the Stanley Hotel. It's kind of iconic for being in the Jack Nicholson movie, The Shining, and it's fun. Like, it's cool. The restaurant's really cool, and there's a whiskey bar there. They have an old sort of cart that you can take photos in front of. They've tried to keep it and maintain that historic feel to it. And they also offer ghost tours, which you can do at night. I did with my girlfriends, and we had a great time. It was a little creepy, but it was also like a good laugh. So if you're open to it, I highly encourage you to do that. So that's just a few fun things to do in Estes Park. There's an abundance of things to see. The people are very friendly. It's just a really fun little town to go visit. You can definitely spend a weekend there and have plenty to see and do. You know, you definitely won't be bored. Again, my name is Laura Baer, your local Aussie girl realtor, and I work in the state of Colorado. Don't hesitate to reach out. Let's have a chin wag, get to know one another. Bye.